good, I suppose, to have a local derby, isn't it? Because those are, I would imagine, not that it's difficult to get for any game, but those sort of games don't need much motivation for.
No, they don't. I think it's probably the third time or coming up against Exeter, so it's always good to play and certainly managing a local derby, certainly at their place, which I haven't done yet, so I'll be looking forward to that. And we've got a group of players that are still hungry to finish the season as successful as what they can be.
Yeah, and it's nice, I guess, to have a short trip rather than some of these long trips you've been having recently.
Yeah, it is. And I went to watch Newport against Luton. I think I come back from there thinking no game at League 2 level. It is easy. I mean, certainly seeing the way Luton performed against us here. So there's the margin of error and the fine lines that we talk about of winning and losing every week are very, very close.
Yeah, Paul Tisdale, obviously one of the longest serving managers in the entire Football League, isn't he? So I mean, he's somebody obviously that you have respect for in that way.
I've got a lot of respect for him, certainly how he's managed himself and the team in the football club this year. I think any manager goes through phases where you have to come up how to deal with a level of criticism that was perhaps aimed towards him, and it's how you come out of that with the group of players, how you manage that, and what you can see, he's managed that very well this year.
Yeah, and is he someone, obviously, I guess he's someone that you could use as a role model at this level for you, someone that's reasonably new into management. It's nice to look at those sort of people that have got longevity and so on.
It is. He's had great support from the football club, but I think he's also returned that. And I feel, I'd like to think we've got the same relationship here. And but unfortunately in management now, you don't know how long it's going to last. All you can do is, I look at myself and I look at certainly the group, what we've been talking about this week. Are we trying to do our best? And that's one thing that I have to say I've tried to do. And I've talked about what stage I'm at as a manager, what stage the club is at. Last year we had to stay in the Football League. This year, part 2, I feel we've stabilised the football club and brought some key assets. And part 3 is to keep those assets and push for promotion next year, and perhaps add 1 or 2 additions where turns them 15 draws into wins.
Can you begin to think that you're safe now? Is that a dangerous thing to do?
I think we just have to take every game as it comes. I think when you look at the points different, you have to go on a real run of defeats. And I feel this group, the way they are, their personalities, their characters, will be making sure that don't develop.
Yeah.
And as I said, we've been looking at the opposite way, where we should have been winning games, and that's our frustration, not being closer to the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's obviously the aim now, isn't it, for the rest of the season, that you want to move up the table, obviously, and get closer to the playoffs as you possibly can.
We want to get as many good performances that leads to wins, and we're doing everything in training throughout the week to make that happen. But having said that, overall, as far as the standards that have been set from within the football club and the team, I feel that those standards have been matched nearly every week. If we've got one level of criticism, have the standards, or could you look at it as standards as far as finishing in the final third? And I'm not going to be too critical on that, because this is the first year where we're looking at strengthening that next year.
It was 0-0 here against Exeter, wasn't it? Would you expect another sort of similar tight affair down there?
Yeah, I think it will be a tight game. I think majority of games that we've had against Exeter have been very tight. Again, it's local derby, and some of our younger players have not played in that sort of environment before, so not at Exeter. And it is different, the environment's different. But it was a tight game last time. Having said that, I still think it was a clear-cut penalty that we should have had. And when you look at some of the games that we've had this year, I feel certain stages, certainly the referee's decisions, you've got to be careful what you say, but we've been robbed. And that game, I thought we was robbed. But I'm expecting a very, very tight game.
On the injury front, how likely is it we'll see Otis Khan involved on Saturday?
Otis has been training this week, but we still got to make a decision as to whether it's too early or not to throw him straight back in.
Okay, and same question about Nathan Smith. How far away is he now?
Nathan's been doing very well this week, and he would probably fall in the same category. And we've got to make sure we don't push him too early.
Yeah, just sort of looking back over recent games, you've seen the likes of Bevis Mugabe and Ben Whitfield really come on and improve and really, become two of his standout performers. How pleased are you with the impact that they've had in recent games?
I've been very pleased, because I think for a young player now to carry the responsibility of the memories that this club is held over a number of years is not easy. It's not. They have to win every game. Every supporter now, you're expected to win. As a manager, you're expected to win. So to take that responsibility like they have done, and they're playing for a football club really which the only league it's not been in is the Premier League, that's a big ask. And I feel the way that they've managed it, the way they've kept the club close to being in contention with being successful, we spent a number of years where we've been in the bottom two now, and we're not in that situation. So they've done very well to handle that.